What's going on, everyone? It is update time for Wave of the Undead update 4.3.
Yeah!
I'm Blindgoofball.
And I'm Naterrulz.
And this is Nibble Nerd's Dev Discussion, episode 11.
Holy cow.
Wow, we
double
are...
digits.
Yeah, we are making progress. Episode 10 was a pretty big one too, but here we are again, covering update 4.3. Just dropped a couple of days ago. Lots of cool stuff. 2 new menu options because that's how crazy we went here.
Whoa. Let's save those for later.
Yep.
And instead cover the other stuff. So you guys want to see those 2 options get mentioned, let's skip ahead to later in the video or just watch all the way through. That's the better option.
Yeah, don't worry. We will answer the question in the title. Is Wave of the Undead pay to win?
Whoa.
Later.
That is a crazy question. Let's wait to answer that one.
Yeah, we'll answer that one later.
Let's go.
So, let's get into a game of Horde mode real quick. We'll start with the scoring system, and you may notice, if you can see, on the bottom right, it now says score 0. No,
Yes.
you don't start with free points.
We tried.
You can also check your score with S if you have speech on. My speech is not coming through right now. That's intentional.
Take our word for it. You hit S with your speech.
Yeah.
It'll tell you your score.
It'll tell you exactly what you're at.
And unless you hack the game somehow, the score should always say 0 at the beginning of wave 1 of anything.
Yes. So, we will discuss some scoring system here, and what's going on is basically whenever you do really any action, you
Almost
get or lose points. And there's a whole reference in the help menu for you.
And let's actually take a second and talk about that for a second. So I'm going to mention it. You can go...
Yeah, it's right there. There it
you
is.
can't find anything. Okay, so the scoring system, I'm going to give the 30-second breakdown about it. There's a more in-depth one here in the help menu. Check it out. So you earn points when you attack a zombie. You earn points when a defense hits a zombie, or whenever you kill a zombie. You lose points if a zombie hits defense or your defenses are destroyed. You lose points if you lose a health or a life.
Those are the big ones. You
Those
don't want to do that.
You do not want to lose those.
I mean, you already didn't want to do that.
Now it's even
But
worse.
now you really don't want to do that.
And the other thing to mention is you also get bonus points when you finish waves. That's calculated based on the wave number and what game mode you're in. So you see at the bottom of the help menu, if you scroll all the way down there, it has the 3 game modes. Standard. Oh, there's like 4 or 5 game modes, but Standard and Quick Play are actually in the same category with 3 points per wave. So you get, if you're on wave 5 of Standard mode, when you beat that, you would get 3 points times the 5 waves, so 15 points. Hardcore or Insane, it would be 4 times the wave number, and Nightmare is 5 times the wave number, so it's really worth it there.
Yeah, if you're playing on Nightmare, you're going to get points. Nightmare it really is a nightmare, so good luck.
It's a good one for points. We haven't featured Nightmare much since we released it, so if you want us to play a Nightmare thing on stream or in a video, let us know in the comments. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, it would be. So let's get into some gameplay here so you can see kind of how this ends up working out. Let's get some cannons. Now you notice, I'm holding a sword.
Whoa.
What the heck? Is the dagger gone? No,
No.
I'll prove to you. In the armory, it's still there, but I'm a sword person. Let's take a look at how I can do this. In settings, we love the settings menu. There's a new option, your default weapon, and mine's set to sword. You can change it with your left and right arrows here.
Yay!
And choose whatever you want. I like to hold the sword when I start a game, so
Personally,
that's what I do.
I'm a bow wielder, so I will use bows all the time in these things. So I would have my default set to bow.
Now, this is really to prevent you from starting the game, go and place your defenses, and forget to open the armory. Then you start wave 1. Dagger. Whoops.
Yay.
So
That
this is going to
sucks.
prevent that. I'm sure everyone's done that. Naterrulz has done it a lot.
Many
I've done
times.
it before. So this is just to prevent
That's just
you
helpful.
from doing that.
So make sure you go ahead and switch that, because your default setting is going to still be on Dagger until you switch it.
Yeah. So let's get into wave 1 now. Let's see what we got here.
Alright, so we have the 2 zombies. Now, as we go and attack them, he's about to attack it. And now we have 9 points. Now, how do we get those 9 points? Well, the sword does 3 damage per hit, so he gets 3 points times 2. So you get 6 points for that, plus 3
I
for
get
killing a zombie.
2 points times the damage of the sword, actually, is what he meant to say.
My bad.
Yeah.
But-
so it's the sword damages 3.
Case in
So
point.
6.
So now you have 21 points because you got the 9 points for killing the other zombie, plus you also got the 3 points as your wave bonus. So let's go ahead into wave 2 and try and get a few more points.
Yeah.
Because I like points.
Now don't worry, it's low numbers now, but it'll get
It goes up.
bigger. Come here, buddy.
Okay, good. Kills one, nice.
And kill him too.
And now we're at 47 points, which is nice. 47 points is okay, but it's kind of a low number. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to really quickly go into a quick play game and go to wave 10. That way you can see how much more points you get from one wave. versus and higher waves versus the lower waves. Because here
Yeah.
you have more zombies, so you get to hit more things.
Let's get a standard setup. I'm not gonna cheat this out. Because yes, you
Grab-
could start
grab
with a
some
bunch of
snipers.
mortars.
Grab some snipers.
Yeah, we'll grab some snipers. Now,
Why
this
did I
allows me
say
to mention a new feature in 4.3.1 actually that dropped earlier today as of the time of recording.
Yep.
Which is the sniper placement sound. So just take a listen.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Let's do another one over on 3, right there.
Yeah, right here.
Nice.
Beautiful.
We're set.
So I am still trying to fill out the rest of the placement sounds. I know the mortar needs one. The rolling logs need one. I am working on that. So do not worry. I am trying my best.
Just give us some time, guys.
Yep.
We're working on them. Alright, and I think we can go just get started.
Let's grab a mortar over there.
Okay.
Just because.
Here we go.
And again, I'm on this sword.
The score is 0 because we entered a new matchup into play. Alright, we got buffs and DSBRs. We have an Undead
Great.
General too. Now I will say, Undead General waves are the best way to get points because of how the Undead General can summon reinforcements.
Especially if he's summoning a lot, you'll rack it up.
You get so many points out of it.
Alright. I'm just gonna kind of let my defenses handle this. They're doing pretty good.
Now if you have bad luck and the Undead General doesn't summon reinforcements, that stinks, but you're still getting points. Like, after 2 turns, we're already at 35 points, which is pretty nice.
Honestly, I'm just gonna let that go. And the more defenses you have fire, the more points you're gonna get up.
Ooh, go right and kill the Undead General.
Yeah.
Oh, defense got hit, which means we're gonna lose some points out of that. Alright, now you get to finish him.
Got him.
And we're 120 points from one wave, guys. That is one wave's worth. And you get 120 points.
Pretty
That's
darn
insane.
good. Now,
And this is only wave 10. Picture wave 20 or 30 where you're getting more zombies. It goes crazy.
yeah, you'll be easily getting 150, 200, 250 points in some of those later waves. It really, really ramps up.
It gets out of control. So we're going to play one more wave here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to skip ahead to like wave 15, 16. So we can get ourselves some significant points here. And then we'll come back. And then we're going to show you what happens when you die in Horde mode.
Because it's actually more than just showing your final score.
Yep. Now, you might be asking about where do I see my high scores? That is something we are working on actively. Just right now we haven't added in due to some server-side issues and things. So we're working on
High
it.
scores aren't server side, dude. He's making stuff up, guys.
I'm making stuff up because I don't know what the actual term is. I'm sorry, my terms are bad. I do know what I'm talking about, I promise you guys, but I just do have really bad at saying the correct words. Words are hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have some issues with setting up high scores. That's the essential part of it.
So that died.
I still can't speak English.
Let's
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we're just gonna make some progress here and show you our score. We're at 221 now. We're gonna play about wave 15 or so.
Oh yeah.
We'll be right back. Alright, here we are back on wave 20 now, and check out that score.
Man, we're at 1,466 points, and that's just from between wave 10 and wave 20. That's not even including the first 10 waves. So points really start becoming a big deal later on in the game. So we're gonna go ahead and now, wave 20, we're just gonna go ahead and just die.
Now, why are we gonna die? Well, we want to show you what's gonna happen. Now,
Just go up twice.
coincidentally, this is Undead Generals, which is great.
So we're gonna die.
And it's the Assassin Undead General.
Alrighty, and you've been hit down to 1 health. Lost a ton of points from that.
Yeah. So, we did lose a bunch of points from getting punched so many times. But that's okay. We'll still get plenty of result here.
Alright, game over. You made it to wave 20. Your final score was 1,377. Not bad.
Pretty good. Now let's hit enter.
You've obtained 27 brains for this game.
Hold on.
What are brains?
Well, they make you smart, but
Well, there is that.
let's see what's going on here. Now, brains are, with the Undead's new currency that can be spent in the new shop.
Oh yes, we're getting close to answering that question, guys.
Because it is time to look at the shop. Now, I have, shoot, how many brains do I have? Like
153.
153. Yeah, 153. That's pretty bad. But if you played the game of Horde mode, and by the way, that took me like 10 minutes to get from wave 10 to 20.
Maybe.
So if you play all the way to wave 50, which will take maybe an hour, if you turn off defense firing sounds even quicker, you'll be getting plenty of these brains. And you'll see we have 3 things here. They're all maps, as they say right here. Broken Bridge, Central Peak, and Treacherous Trees.
Ooh.
They're all 750 brains. Seems like a lot, but You'll get there.
These are all, for the record, these are all Horde 1 maps. The grid sizes aren't mentioned on them, but they will be eventually later on. That's just not something we have right now. And these are not the only maps we have, so it is going to be set on a cycle every Sunday. You're going to see new things in the shop, new maps and such. Eventually we'll be adding other things, but that's not till later.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. We're going to always keep the shop filled with 2 new maps, and there's going to be 1 old map that you've seen before. So one of these is still going to be here, so don't worry about that.
So on this final note, we're going to move on to answering that question. Is Wave of the Undead now pay to win?
The short answer is no.
The long answer is also no. And why would we not make this pay to win?
Because pay to win is disgusting.
We hate it. We've played several pay to win games, and we hate it because we don't like paying for games. And we see all the time, everyone has seen that one guy in games who buys everything there is and is super stacked and no one can do anything about it.
It's really
frustrating.
frustrating.
All the crazy stuff. No one cares.
You can't even buy these brains though, so you don't have to worry about that.
Nope.
You cannot go to nibblenerds.com and buy brains. You have to earn them through playing the game. And on that note, I also want to mention the campaign because we just earned brains in Horde mode. So what about the campaign? Well, the answer is you can. It's not as effective though. You will not be getting a lot of points. On earlier levels. You'll be getting like 3 brains. On some of the later ones, you'll be getting 10 to 11, 12.
It's not great. So I would recommend just playing Horde mode. Get some of these new maps. The prices on here may be adjusted later on as we experiment with gameplay. So what we're going to ask is you guys just go in the comments and let us know, is this too expensive? Do you want it lowered? Is this fair? Is it too grindy? We want to make this fun, free to play, and something that you guys can enjoy every week looking forward to new stuff.
Yeah, the idea is you'll be able to just pick up a map every once in a while, or, pick up a map.
And this brings us to the final big point. Because where do these maps come from? And that comes to my personal favorite part of all of Wave of the Undead's 4.3 update.
It's the other sore thumb sticking out in the main menu.
Create map. So what is this? Let's open it up. So in here you have a map configuration. So what this is you get to create your own maps to play in Horde mode. So we've got the grid size here, which I'm going to adjust to, let's go
12 by 12.
I'm thinking the same thing. So I can hit create. And it pops me up in this map editor. Even has the classic Wave of the Undead music in the background, which is kind of nice.
Hey look, we're playing Wave of the Undead all over again, except we're not.
And now, what you get to do here is you get to make your own map using the terrain tiles. This is a flashback to the old level maker, but we've made this so much easier for you guys. And you guys have sent us some great maps already. Some of those are going to be featured in the shop in the next upcoming weeks. We are super excited to be doing these, guys. This is going to be so much fun. Let's go ahead and look in the map editor of the Plains terrain. So we have that. We can also go forest, mountain, swamp, sand. That is one of the new features. The beach has been renamed to sand.
Just to give it more variety of use cases. Like if you want to use it for a desert,
definitely.
You can. If you want to use it for, I don't know, some sand, you can use it as any sand, and not just the beach, and it will work.
So that's what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make a map really quickly. So I'm going to do, all you have to do is move with the arrow keys and then hit space
to drop that terrain tile.
To change the terrain tile to whatever you chose. So I am going to make a ring of sand.
A ring of sand? And by the way, use tab and shift tab to switch between your available terrain tiles.
Exactly.
It's a pretty simple thing there.
And now I can, if I want to, I can shift tab back. I'm going to go back to the forest. I'll put some little foresty tiles around it as like a little border.
Now, in the old level maker, you'd have to hit space like 3 or 4 times, depending on the tile you wanted to get to, sometimes even more, so...
It was painful, and I hated it. It was good in the old days, but nowadays, we have come up with some much better ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. And I think this map is pretty much done.
One quick thing I want to mention is in this terrain tile list, we got plains, forest, mountain, swamp, sand, ocean. Don't worry about using ocean, honestly. Use water, because ocean's going to be removed soon.
Yeah, we're removing it.
We're working on that. Yeah, bridge. And stumps! You can now put down stumps tile if you want to.
Do that real quick. I want to put in a few stumps, so let's see.
Now, stumps were always created by landmines blowing up the forest, but you can now just put them down. Because, why not? Right?
Alright.
So there's that.
I've made the map. So, from here, what you do is...
We have a couple more things to do first. We have to...
Yeah.
So, right now, the player starts at 4-4. That is, kind of unimportant. You don't want the player starting there.
Necessarily.
You could, but
That's
what if you make 4-4 water? What if you make 4-4 somewhere you shouldn't be spawning? You can change it.
Let's say
now,
I like this guy.
I like around here, more towards the middle.
Yeah, let's go down one. Let's go to right there. That looks good.
Alright, so you generally, when you're making a map, I'm just going to give you a little tip. try and put the player somewhere near the middle from left to right and somewhere near the top, just so they're able to get involved where they need to be.
Definitely.
Now, there are going to be certain cases where you can't really do that, and that's okay. But just press enter on the tile you want to use, tile actions comes up, and you have set this tile as the player's starting point.
Now, why is this a menu right now? That's because this is a part of what's eventually going to become the new level maker, so you can make levels, not just maps. You're going to be able to add zombies, set up zombie movement patterns so much easier than you did before. This can be so much fun, but right now this is for making maps.
Now let's talk about playing said map. Now what you have to do, and unfortunately we can't fully show this because our recording software is kind of broken. OBS doesn't want to show it right. But we can hit escape, and it brings up the options menu, and down here you have export. All you would do is you would click that, it would ask you for a map name, and you would hit enter, and your map is exported. But then, you're not done. It's going to ask you if you want to send your map to Nibble Nerds.
And you want to hit
yes.
You do want to hit
yes. Because we will see your map, and we can feature it in the shop. Now, if you don't want your map to be featured in the shop for some reason, we understand you can hit no, but it'll then ask you for a username and contact information. If you've submitted a map before, you'll know the contact information wasn't there. It is now, 4.3.1.
So if you sent us a map and you wanted us to feature, or you wanted to talk to us about it, go ahead and you can reach us at our, we have some
use Discord.
Use Discord if
you can use the Audio Games Forum.
Just find some way to reach out to us. Just let us know, because we want to talk to you guys about your maps. We know like one or two of you guys, and we can PM you, but we don't know everyone. So if you can, just reach out to us through Discord or Audio Games Forum, something like that, just so that we can contact you and talk to you about your map. Because as soon as we released this update, we realized we messed up on that.
Yeah.
So now you have a username for or contact information. That way we can talk to you about your map. If we want to ask about potential edits, or if we want to ask about being featured in one of these videos or in the shop, we want to be able to reach out to you guys and ask you about that, because we understand if you don't want to do that and you just want to send it to us.
Now the contact option is optional.
If you want to hit none,
if you don't want to put anything there, you can just hit enter, go past that. But we do highly encourage you to give that to us, just because we want to know. We want to be able to reach out to you. So that's the map editor. We're going to go ahead and close out of this. We're not going to export again.
No, we do want to send it.
We're not going to export, because that's going to break it. Yeah. So but all that would happen is you then go into horde mode, select your grid size. We did 12 by 12, and it would be in here. It's not, but we didn't export. It would be right there. So that's how simple it is to play your own map, and it may appear in the shop eventually. So
send it in.
Yeah,
we're being here for you guys. So I think it's gonna wrap up for the day. And on that final note, make sure you send us some new maps and such. We've already received several, and we're super excited to see them. We'll be reaching out to you guys as soon as we can have contact information with which we can reach out to you. And if you have any ideas for what's coming next, drop down in the comments below about potential updates in the future or suggestions you have. We said in our live stream we're going to be dropping spoilers about the future updates in our videos. Today we're not doing that, just because we did that in the live stream yesterday or a day or two ago, depending on when this was sent out.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Next video we're dropping a spoiler, and it's going to be a huge spoiler we're dropping about the next update. So make sure you stick around for it next video. So that's gonna wrap up for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I just want to put that out there. That might not be next video, depending on how things go, but we will try to get more of it out for sure. We will definitely try and get more of it out. So Naterrulz likes to say things that he hasn't confirmed.
I have confirmed. We did confirm. He's just forgetting he is confirmed. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate y'all coming, and we'll see y'all in the next video.